What's up, everybody? We are in fight week. Yes, we are. We are going to talk about these fights. I'm going to drop these videos day by day leading up to the fight, hours from each other, because I want to give a little thought to it, just a little bit of thought to it. So we got Matchroom versus Queensberry, 5-on-5, promoter versus promoter. Man, here we go. They are doing battle. Y'all know Turkey Ali Sheik, all them, man. They putting that bread out there, so you gotta go get it. Now let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right. So first fight I want to talk about is the current IBF mandatory interim champion, that being Filip Hrgovic versus he's representing Matchroom versus Daniel Dynamite Dubois representing Queensberry. Filip Hrgovic is 17 wins, no losses, no draws, 14 wins by way of knockout. Daniel Dubois, 20 wins, 2 losses, no draws, 19 wins by way of knockout. Now, y'all know this is boxing, so anything can happen. Don't forget that. But for me, I don't like this fight. I don't like this fight for Daniel Dubois. Let me say that. Okay, so his first loss in his career, he had to take a knee against Joe Joyce, broke his orbital. He took a beating in that fight. Y'all know Joe Joyce at that time, the juggernaut was just walking through punches. He could walk through a steel wall and just keep coming at what it seemed like. Now his second loss was against the current undisputed heavyweight champion, Alexander Usyk. And in that fight, you can make the argument he dropped Usyk with a body shot, just depending on where the belt line was. Excuse me. They said it was high, low. It was a low blow, but Usyk got up. He got to throwing them things, putting them pieces on him. And I think honestly, Daniel Dubois, he didn't just lose that fight. He quit. He seemed mentally defeated because he felt like he had the unified title in his hands. Felt like it was right there in his grasp, and it was close. It was right there. But he came back and didn't look his best. Well, let me rephrase that. Before that, he had a fight where he was out the ring for about a year. Where he had a fight, he tore his ACL, I believe. He got dropped 3 times in the first round, and then came back to win the fight. So a little bit of heart peeked through for him, but the the willingness to quit 2 separate times and allow people to get this notion about you that you're a quitter under pressure. He came back recently. He had a fight with Drill Big Baby Miller. Y'all know Big Baby Miller. He's a big dude, man. He weighed in at that fight 333 pounds. And you could see it. He wasn't in the best shape. One of his uh most notable fights since coming off of his long suspension. And Daniel Dubois, he got the stoppage in the fight. It was a 10th round stoppage. It's not nothing to go hoopla about, but it was a good fight for him to, I guess, get in the win column. Um, try to get your mental in check and get back into the heavyweight picture, which I still think he's on the outside of he should be. Because this fight with Filip Hrgovic, I feel like is one, maybe 2 fights too soon. And Filip Hrgovic, this man has been dominant in his career. Now, the only fight that was in question for me was the fight with Big Bang Zhang, Zhile Zhang. I thought Zhile probably edged that fight, him being a southpaw and slick, fast hands, but Zhang has the tendency to slow down midway in the later half of his fights. They go to distance. So the judges saw it in his favor. Now, with this fight, think it's gonna come down for Daniel Dubois. I think it's gonna come down for where is his mental at. Because when the kid is when he's on, he's on. He's a beast. He's a beast. But when he's being tested, it's the tuck tail scenario. And where Hrgovic is, he wants the ultimate title shot. He may end up becoming the full status champion real soon because the IBF doesn't recognize those rematch clauses. And Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk have a rematch clause. So I believe personally, I think Filip Hrgovic is gonna do what the favorite is supposed to do: win the fight in good and great showing. I think this is a win for Matchroom because you remember Queensberry versus Matchroom, Filip Hrgovic Matchroom, Daniel Dubois Queensberry, Bury, whatever. I think this is going to be a dominant win right here for Matchroom. I just don't know what Daniel Dubois is going to be able to do to negate what Hrgovic does. Strong, he can box, not the slickest, not the fastest, but he can thump. Whenever he gets to thumping, what is Daniel Dubois going to do? How is he going to respond? I like Daniel Dubois. I give him a puncher's chance, but I don't see him winning this fight. Let me know what you guys think. Who you think got this one?